So the rig I'm using is a 2-hook flapper version of my cotton bud boom rig. So I think you should be able to see that. I've got to say, this isn't a good start to the day. I rushed out of the house in such a rush. I forgot to bring the adapter for the phone to off of the tripod to put onto this small tripod. So hopefully, I'm hoping you can see what I've done. I've connected the phone. Well, I've just attached it to the barricade here going around this jetty with a couple of big rubber bands. Well, that's not a good sign. Normally I get bites down here straight away. Try a bit further over, just going to find the fish. I'm hoping you can see the rod tip, alright. It's normally not long before we get bites. That is if I've got my distance. Ah, there's a cormorant over there. Just swam around the end. I don't know if you've seen him. Yeah, you probably could see him. Okay, there's no fish here. I wonder if the cormorant's stolen them all. Alright, try somewhere else. Just a case of, when I get down here, finding where the fish are, and like I say, how far off the bottom of the rig needs to be on any particular day. And I think I'm something like 4 inches off the bottom at the moment. Normally had a bite by now, so the tide's coming up, so there should be something around somewhere. And this is not looking good today. Yeah, I think that rig's fine. I think they're both hanging. What I'll do, I'll give them another couple of goes, then I'll try a different worm, because I've got some bits of ragworm. I've got some ragworm as well, but I think the ragworm died overnight, so right, we're on the bottom. This is so unusual not to get something biting. There we go. See if that comes again, see if you can see the tip. Well, to be honest, I might have just stolen that bit of worm. Okay, so I found where they are. Let's have a look. Did they still? Yep. The worm's gone. Good. So, now all I'm going to do is get a bit of worm on that they're not going to steal. Let's chuck a bit of this ragworm on. Trouble is, the hooks are so small, so I don't know how really to hook the worm on so that you catch the fish here. But we'll try. That's one thing I am, is persistent. So, yes, I think you would have seen that cormorant as she swam past, and you can see Spinnaker Tower in the distance. I'm actually fishing off of the pontoon that the pilot boats drop off their pilots and pick and collect their pilots up from. And a pilot, in this instance, is a chap that goes out and gets on the big vessels that come into the port and shows the captain where, well, he doesn't show them, he directs, he basically drives the big ships into the port, because the captain could be from around the world and wouldn't know where all the hazards are, channels and everything else. Anyway, you might see a pilot boat later. same spot. Nothing yet. Worm's still on. Let's try a bit further up there. I just spooked some bait fish. So, I just felt a little tug. There you go. There you go. Don't know if you can see those bites, and I think I've got one. Yes, I have. There's the first fish of the day. Which is a little, what's that one? Cork wing wrasse, I think you'll find that one is. Let me just get this, yeah, you can see that one. Right, so that's the first fish done. And he came in on the bottom rig, which was a bit of that lugworm, not the ragworm. So let's put another bit of lugworm on. I've got plenty of lugworm left over from yesterday. Well, I've got so much of it, I don't know if I'll be able to use it all up. But we'll see. Same as yesterday, I think we're something like 2 hours before high tide here at the moment. So it's a nice rising tide. Let's see if we can get another fish. Yeah, bites. Bites. That was a good bite. Go on, do that again. No, didn't get him. Okay, there's a bigger fish down here. Yeah, I think we took the worm this time. Yep. It's got to have taken the worm. No. I've got a feeling my snoods aren't, they're a bit too long, I think. Seem to be catching up with the main line. I can do something about that though. Hello, what was that over there? Oh, it was that blooming cormorant. Yeah, she's going to be scaring all my fish off. Well, I didn't think this was going to be a fishing video on how to catch fish by Mr. Cormorant. No. Let's try a bit closer to one of these, what do you call these, pylons, pillars? The things that support the, supports, I guess. Stanchions, oh, I don't know. Oh, little bites, little bites. Bigger little bite. Go on. You know you want it. I think it's had it. Yeah. What have we got? No, that's still alright. Go on. I should have lifted it then. I think it just took it. This is the thing here, you don't strike into them, you just lift them up. Yep, let's have a look. No? Okay. Need to wait a bit longer then, don't I? No, there's obviously the smell's gone out of that bit of lugworm. So let's put another bit on. It actually looks fine. But it's not like I haven't got plenty. Tell you what I might do. Oh no, I haven't got it. I didn't bring my other little tackle box. I was going to use my baiting needle to put more of the worm on. But that's in the shed. Okay, well that's a bigger piece of worm. Let's see if that attracts anything. Cordwood seems to have moved off. Man, thinking about it, I haven't had any Isle of Wight fairies bother me yet either. You'll see one of those coming at some point. There's obviously one due. They're normally in and out here like nobody's business. There we go. It's a subtle bite. Oh, nibbling at the outside of it, I think. Oh yes, no. I hope you're seeing these bites. Well, he says that and the bites stop. Move the bait. Yeah, it's ever so snaggy down here, so you're never sure if you're on top of the snag or whether they're inside the snag or where. So it's just a case of constantly moving the bait around, assuming we've got bait on there. Yeah. Until you find the fish. Almost up to pigeon. Oh, lovely old autumn day it is. I guess you can see the, yeah, the spinnaker towers all shining it. Oh, here we go, shining in the. Oh, it's nice. Whoa. Did I get it? No, I didn't. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. The spinnaker tower showing up in the sunlight. Yeah, I reckon that took the worm. Oh, it didn't take the worm, look. There's a fish. What's that one? That looks like a... It's a goby. Is it? Yeah, it's a rock goby. Rock gobies have got an orange edge on their first dorsal fin. Let's see, can you see? Keep still, mate. There you go. Can you see that? I really can't see very well with the camera, but I think you can see that. Rock goby. Back in. Right, so that's cool. A couple of fish already. Trouble is, they're not exactly using the bait.
still. Catching fish, so just leave it as it is for the moment. Right, down there somewhere. Do that again, please. Ooh, once more, that's a good bite. No, not on yet. Ferry's just around the corner, you'll see that in a minute. Then I'll have to stop fishing for a short while. Because when the ferry comes in, it gives an awful... Wow! Yes! Now this is a better fish. This! Crikey! There you go. A nice big wrasse. I knew there was one down there somewhere. Well, it's not a big wrasse, but it's a lot bigger than the tiddlers that I normally get down here. Look at that one. Yeah, I don't know if I'm holding these fish too close to the camera, but I think you can see that one. What's that? Ballan wrasse. Lovely fish. There you go. Brilliant. And he came in on the rag hook. Oh, brilliant. Let's just put some fresh bait up. And here comes the ferry. I might be able to get it out before the ferry disturbs all the water. So that's one fish on both hooks at the moment. So this 2-hook version of this boom rig works. Well, down here it does anyway. So there she is, the St. Faith. One of the older ones. And that runs over to the Isle of Wight, for those that don't know. Which I don't know how long it is. It's something like a 45-minute crossing or something. Right. Let's put this down before she disturbs all the water. Get down there. That bite. Oh, yes. Oh, it pulled me into a snag, but I managed to get out. That's the only problem down there, that they do pull you in, the bigger ones. Still getting bites. She hasn't got our braking engines on yet. Come on, hurry up, fish. There we go. There we go. This is a better fish as well. No, it's not. It's a little one. Now, what's this one? Now, this one's got a spot on its tail. So that's a corkwid as well. Can you see the spot on its tail? I don't know. Anyway, let's get her in. And I'm going to stop the video for now while this ferry does its stuff, and I'll have my lunch. Chuck it out there, see what I get this time. So that's 3 different fish. First 3 fish have been 3 different fish, so that's a good start. Okay. No. That other one, just up there somewhere.
No. I'd love to see what's on the bottom. See what's on the bottom. Both the worms are missing. Well, we like the look of that then, chaps. Stinky old ragworm. I don't know what happened to these worms last night. I guess there was a broken one somewhere that must have killed them all. But as you see, the fish aren't that fussy. You know what, I think I need to have shares in the wet white company. The amount of wet white before I get through with all this worm juice all over me. Right, let's try that one down there. Well, the cormorant seems to have moved on anyway. There's a little bite, then another one. Double. Oh, yes. Did we get him? No, I think we did. What have we got this time? Another little corkwing. Can you see that black spot on his tail? Can't see this hook. There it is. Ow. Yeah, alright, so I got it the wrong way round. Hang on a second. There you go. Go on, take it if you want it. Obviously too small. No. Oh, thought it's now to be them. Obviously still got bait on the hook then. No. Bait's gone. Wow, what a mess this worm is. I'm getting... so much juice over my fingers. I guess that's why the fish like it. Right, let's cast out a bit further. Oh well, I've got... oh, that bit of broken seal on there is ground bait. Let's go up there a bit further. And here comes the fishing boat coming out of Camber Dock. see him go past in a second. Now, you watching the rod tip or you watching the boat? Come on, chaps. Get loads of bites here. Yes. And what are you then? Another wrasse. Probably another cork wing, is it? No, little ballon one, isn't it? I think. Well, it's definitely a fish anyway, so. Right, bait up. Let's go put on as much lugworm as we can this time, just because that came up. See, I love doing this. I love beach fishing, but I can't abide throwing worms away. So anytime I get worms, either left over at mine or somebody gives them to me, I've got to come down here fishing, because fishing is fishing. And having these little rigs, these little hooks on this spinning rod, this is, by the way, Shimano Vengeance HX with a Shimano Nexa 4000, so it's my spinning come pier come harbour rod. I've got a little more of an LRF rod, but I do like using this one. Come on, you just had a couple of bites. Can only be small. Still tapping away there. It's got to be small. Hello, why did that just lift up? Just a little bit of worm there. Good fish down there. Did you take the bait? Yeah. just going to move the phone a little bit. It looks like it's... I don't want the lucky band slipping, because if that does, that'll be my phone in the water. Right, just repositioned you a bit. Sorry about that. But I need to make sure the phone was secure. Right, looks like they're nearly finished loading that ferry, so that'll be going out again. Oh, that's a bit further out than I wanted. Let's see what happens. Like. You never know around here. There's all. Wow! Missed it. I didn't miss him. What have we got this time? Feels Wrasse. Yeah. That's the only problem with those ferries, is the blue car alarms. I'm rigged up with a one hook boom rig this time. I've had my lunch and the boat's gone out. So let's see if I can catch anything on the one hook one. There we go. Go. Try that again. Yes. I caught the fish. What have we got? Another caught ring wrasse. Plenty of these lovely little fish around here. Right. So this is obviously a good distance off the deck then. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm surprised I haven't had a bloody, but then thinking about it, they like it on the bottom, because sometimes I've tried with one of my booms on a bottom rig, but they tend to snag up even easier. So I hate to think what rubbish has been chucked into this harbour. And if I get snagged up much longer, then I'll start putting stones on instead of weights. What have I got? Yeah, I've got another 2 ounce lead left. I've got a few stones. Tap, tap again. There we go. This feels a bigger fish again. No, it's not that big. They do fight well, these wrasse. They really do. Yes, okay, so this one's one of these colourful ones with the blue and all the blue around its face. But it hasn't got the spot. They are beautiful little, ow. Beautiful little fish though. I keep forgetting, there is a thing about some wrasse, I don't know if it's all of them, but they're born one species, but they're born one sex, then halfway through their lives they change sex. Now I don't know if that's got anything to do with the spot appearing or not. I'm really not an aficionado of these wrasse. I guess I should be. I don't know. This fish, I love catching them. This is great fun down here. Takes you back to teenage days.
And then, to be honest, as a teenager, I never caught this many fish. Ooh, that was close. I got the fish, but he almost took me into... Is that a bladdy? I do believe it is. Yes! Now let's just check. I'm pretty confident it will be a tom pot. Let's have a look. Has he got things up? Yeah, there you go. The tom pot is easily identified by these little tufts above his eye there. Sorry, can you see that all right? This is the only problem. Can't tell if you can see them or not. Anyway, lovely tom pot bloody. And here's the police launch. Do you see that? There's always stuff going on around here. Love it. For those of you that don't live around Portsmouth, this is Camber Dock where I'm fishing now. The main Portsmouth harbour is obviously out of the entrance that you can see in front of us. Camber Dock is where there is a fishmonger's that the fishermen unload at round the corner. There's a berth for the mooring for yachts. There's all sorts in Camber Dock, and just behind me is an Ainsley Racing. The harbour and the naval harbour. The naval bit is beyond, from where we are, it's beyond the Spinnaker Tower. The main harbour's out to the left with Gosport over that way. Gun Wharf shopping is just to the right over there by Spinnaker Tower, and I'm getting bites. Oh, he's taking me in the snag again. Oh, I got out. Did I get the fish? Yes, I did. What's that one? Another little wrasse. Here we go. Let's see what happens with this one. So I'll just lower that down there. You should be able to see that. And we'll start chucking it out there. Hopefully I'm not on the snag. If we come this side, we should fit it. Famous last words, we should miss it. Yep, thought so. Something took that worm as it was heading down. So let's try that one.
feeling it took it again on the drop. And I was trying to tighten up to it. Yeah. Okay, I've got to be a bit quicker in tightening up then. No, they obviously don't like that little bit of worm. Oh, what bit of worm? I have an on the tie over there, straight down by that piece of iron. There's obviously nothing there. It's not fair, you know, these fish moved around day to day so that you can't find them. But they know the rules. There's seagulls are laughing at me as well. Oh, that was a bite. That's probably taken it. No, that's another bite. There's that bite. Go on, do that again. Right done. I guess that third little thump then was them nicking the bait. Yep. They're crafty little buggers. Do you know what? These fish must be desperate if they're eating this stuff. It stinks. Finally, this has been too long. Another Wrasse. All right, calm down. So, there you go. Confidence is back up again. Catching fish again. On stinky, smelly, horrible, slimy, soupy ragworm. Hello. Just found some, I wonder where they went to. Packet of sand hills. Is that why the shed stank so much this morning? Because I forgot to put the sand hills in the freezer. No, that's probably the mackerel. have a look. Right. And guess what? A cork with Wrasse. Come on, fish. Go on. Yes! Rock and roll. Oh! And a self-release. That's the way to do it. Then St. Clair's is coming in. Yeah, I've just realised my lead is a lot lower than it was last time when I was catching all the fish. So I'm going to lower the worm towards the seabed. See if that helps. Can't you see there's something fishing over here? Yeah, they got it down the entrance. See? Get out to the bottom. that was better. So I got bites as soon as it hit the bottom, so I guess moving the worm down out. That's down there. No, not there. That's a couple of knocks, did it take? It's not come back, so I guess it nicked the worm. No. Can't see. I think it's maybe, yeah, a small ballad, I think. Yep. Seems to be all wrasse this afternoon. Well, not all wrasse, but mainly wrasse. Strange, some days it can be pollock and pouting and not much wrasse. Oh, guess what? I've run into that snag again. So this might be the end. Yeah, so I've had quite a lot of fun catching all those fish. So that'll be me for you today. See you again.